What's up, boys and girls, Danarex here, and welcome back to another brand new video. Today we continue our Formula 1 journey with round number 12, the Dutch Grand Prix. If you know anything about me, you would know that the Dutch Grand Prix is absolutely my favorite track of all time. I love this track so much. I love driving it so much. So I have really high expectations for this weekend. And if you know, we are in a championship battle with Lando Norris and the two Ferraris in terms of the driver standings. Well, the closest car to us, I believe that's Carlos Sainz, is like 20 points in front of us, but that we'll still have 5 more races to go. Hopefully we can do something. So yeah, as you can see right now, the closest guy to us, Carlos Sainz, he is 10 points in front of us, and in front of him, Charles Leclerc, a further 10 points, so 20 points, and 2 points further than that is Lando Norris with 2 more points. So 22 points to catch that we have. So as we continue, we're gonna fast forward to the season break, because it has been a really long time since the last Grand Prix. If you haven't checked it out, please go check that out. It was a great race, and as we see, oh my god, 3 upgrades have failed. What are you doing, Lamborghini? What are you doing? So we can't do anything anymore, so let's just go straight into qualifying then. So as we go into qualifying then, oh my god, oh my god, Lamborghini, what have you done? Again, this has happened. I believe this is the second time it has happened. Oh my god, they haven't changed the engine parts from practice. Lamborghini, what are you doing? At this point, you can't take this team seriously. This what are they doing? Like we can't even change all the parts that we want to change, because the ICE is still gonna remain the worst one, because if we change that too, we don't get a lap in qualifying. So as we fast forward into our first lap, then hopefully we can do something. We can make something work, as we brake way too early. So no confidence in the car at all as we come across. As we come to the end of the lap, then we are the only car on circuit, apart from the AlphaTauri and the McLaren. What is this lap gonna be? It's 19. It's 19th. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So we're gonna go out again, because we have enough time for one more lap if Lamborghini has sent us out. As you can see on our dashboard, P21, if Lamborghini has sent us out with enough time, we can get one more lap in. Oh my god. 1 minute left. What is Lamborghini doing? I don't know what this team is about. What are they doing, man? Oh my god. This is just, as it's 3 seconds left, we're gonna be out of qualifying. That's it. It's last place.
For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside in races across Europe. Here this weekend, it's even easier to find the Dutch fans, as they have a race to call their own once again. A warm welcome to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe, of course, as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. Zandvoort circuit then, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout the 2.6 mile lap. Watch out for cars making use of the DRS zone into turn 1 to attempt an overtake. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Gasly, Magnussen, Joe, Ricciardo, Stroll, Albon, Bottas, Liam Lawson, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Tsunoda, Sargent, and Grim Reaper. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And with me today, of course, is Natalie Pinkham. Let's talk about Grim Reaper. Looks like they have a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a much more aggressive approach today to make up for that compromised start.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please.
Okay, so, starting from the back of the grid then, we are gonna do a one-stop strategy with pitting on lap number 17 then. We did end up changing the whole engine, so that's why we had a 22 plates grid penalty instead of 5 plates. So, yeah, we did end up changing the whole engine because, you know, as we jump the formation lap starts, so we did change the whole engine, and mainly because next race is, you know, the Temple of Speed, and we want to have a fresh engine for that race. And yeah, that's why we have gotten a whole brand new engine. As you can see how far we are as we do a ceremonial burnout. You can see I've purposefully not been so far out, so everybody is going to have really cold tires, while we're not going to have that much cold tires as we go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's going to be lights out and away we go. We get a really bad exit, to be honest, and oh my god, what has happened there? We have hit Tsunoda. Oh my god, and we get a 40. Oh my, what? 3 illegal overtakes? How is that illegal overtakes? What? We give up every single position we have gained. We gained 4 position. We had to give up 3. We give up all 4, and we're gonna go the outside of the carousel on the Williams of Logan Sargent, and we get the move done. But how was that even remotely illegal position? As we try to think about a move on Liam Lawson, but no, we don't make it work. But what was that? We need to see a replay. We are gonna see a replay of that. And as we see a replay, look at the car in the far behind, as I think Tsunoda just stalls on the line, and we hit Tsunoda, and I think that's the whole reason why we were handed that, you know, illegal places gain. I personally don't see why that was illegal, as we see a replay of our teammate, as our teammate also stalls, as, oh my god, that was a, as there is an Alpine of Valtteri Bottas, I believe, alongside him, and I think he might also overtake him. Then he might lose 4 positions as well. He's gonna go around the outside of the carousel. Is he gonna get the good exit out of the corner? Is he goes into sector 2? Yes, he has made it work. So he has not lost 4 places. He's just lost 3 places. This is the start of this is the race leaders. Then I think Hamilton gets a great exit. Hamilton might take the lead of the race from George Russell then, but George Russell around the outside, I think he makes it work, and Leclerc also defending very well from his teammate. As we go back to our POV, we dive down the inside of Liam Lawson, and both the Williams taken care of on the first lap, and now it's Alex Albon next. Maybe if he can get a good exit, we are gonna get a good exit. We might think about a move down in the turn. Yes, we have, and we made a huge dive. Great move. And now up next is Esteban Ocon. As we skip forward to the start finish straight, we're already alongside Esteban Ocon. Look at that deployment used, 40% ERS. But we are going to be through, and we're actually going to dive down the inside of the AlphaTauri as well, of Yuki Tsunoda. And we are through into P17. Let's look at the replay of that, shall we? And yeah, we're already alongside the Alpine, and we're just gonna make a huge dive, a great dive, no contact made, and a great dive up to P17 we go now, as this is the same time that our moves were happening. This is Carlos Sainz, and he, oh my god, That's huge for us. Also, that's huge for everybody because that's a whole gaggle of 3 cars. We are battling them in the championship as well. So as we look forward to Nico Hulkenberg, can we make a move down here? No, we can't. We have to bail out of it. Can we make a move anytime soon as we go to the second area straight? We're going to go down the inside, and this time we do make contact. We do make contact with the Haas of Nico Hulkenberg, but we are through. We are through. Even if that was not a naughty little move, but we are through into P16, and now it's Lance Stroll up next. As we see a replay, you can see, yeah, we make a slight lockup and then go right down and touch the side pod of the Haas driver. And yeah, that might have not been the cleanest of the moves that we have done. And now as we go on to lap number 3 then, going on to lap number 4, now it's time for Lance Stroll to be our next victim then. Can we get anything? Can we make a move over here, or are we gonna sit behind? No, we have to sit behind. We're not close enough then. We just aren't close enough. So we can't make a move. But yeah, if we get a good exit out of the carousel, we can think about a move. We do get a good exit. We're gonna be side by side with the Aston Martin, and what a move this is going to be if we can make it work. We're still side by side with the Aston Martin. He might be defending well, but no, we're still side by side, and we make it work. Have we made it work? Yes, we have. And now Valtteri Bottas up next. But what a move that was. Hopefully we can see a replay of that. No, we're not. But this is Lewis Hamilton on George Russell. The same time our moves were happening. This is Lewis Hamilton going around the right and around the left hand side, around the outside. He goes of George Russell trying to take the lead of the race. He does take the lead of the race, and this is and that battle is crucial because as we go back to our POE, but that the battle for the lead is crucial because both of them are also fighting for a championship. But yeah, as we go back to our POV, we are going to go around the outside. We drag the Alpine towards the right hand side, and then go around the left side and go to the racing line, and we make the move stick, and we are now up to P14 then. But yeah, as we go back to lap number 5, this is George Russell trying to come around the inside of Lewis Hamilton. Can he make this move work? This is incredible battling from the Silver Arrows, and crucially, this is lap number 5 going to lap number 6. Now George Russell goes around the outside. Can he make the move around the outside this time? As I think if he gets a good exit, he is going to take the lead. He does take the lead of the race. And now this is Oscar Piastri on the same lap that was happening. He tries to make a move around the inside of Fernando Alonso, the other Aston Martin, but I think he defends very well. This is lap number 7, and now this is Lewis Hamilton around the inside. Can he make the move? Or is George Russell going to get the exit? He does get the exit, and he successfully defends it well. And there's the same thing. Oscar Piastri now goes around the outside. No, he can't make the move. As we go back to our POV, now we've caught up to our teammate on lap number 7. We have to make this spin perfect because we can't afford for him to lose time as well. And what a great move that was! And now up next is the two Sauber drivers of Daniel Ricciardo and Guan Yu Zhou, or Zhou Guan Yu, I should say. Up next, and oh my God, that we almost were in the back of the Sauber. As we're gonna skip forward to the end of this lap, we're gonna get DRS. Look at that, no ERS used, but we are not gonna need ERS. We're gonna do the same thing we did to the Alpine. We're gonna drag him around to the right. We're gonna go to the left, the racing line, and we make the move stick. We are into P12. And now up next at the second Sauber, if we can get a good exit out from here, we might be actually looking very good. We do get a good exit. We're gonna go side by side with them. We are on the grass and we make the move stick. What a move that was! We need to look at a replay. We are gonna look at a replay. This is the replay of Daniel Ricciardo, of our move on Daniel Ricciardo. But yeah, that was a great move as well. But the move that I'm more interested in looking at is the move that we make on Zhou Guan Yu. What a beauty of a move that was. If you don't give us racing room on the track, we're gonna pass you on the grass. That was such a great little move in a place where normally nobody really makes a move. So yeah, up next now is Kevin Magnussen. We have to bridge a gap of 1.3 seconds to Kevin Magnussen, and this is the same. This is the next lap, I believe. This is Lando Norris trying to make a move on Charles Leclerc. Go on, Lando, make a move on the Ferrari. He's gonna go around the outside. He does make the move stick, and he's up to the podium places. And this is the same. I believe this is the next lap. This is. Oh my God! The Oscar Piastri has just gone wide. Is locked up. And up goes to P8, goes Sergio Perez, and tipping forward to lap number 10. Then he goes around the inside of the Aston Martin, goes Sergio Perez, but can't make a move stick. At the same time, this is our teammate on Guan Yu Zhou, or Zhou Guan Yu, I should say. He goes around the inside. Can he make the move stick around the inside, or is Zhou going to get a great exit out of turn 1? I think he has, but at the end of the day, the Lamborghini up to P number 13, and this is the same time as this is the next lap. Sergio Perez goes around the outside of the Aston Martin. This time, can he get the exit out? Yes, he will, and he is now up to P number 7. But is the damage already done? 3.3 seconds now, the gap. This is, again, Lewis Hamilton. He's going to go around the outside on lap number 12. Can he make the move stick on his teammate? If he does, this is going to be incredible. Yes, he does. He makes the move stick. And that is just incredible. As we go back to our POV, now we have caught up. Is lap number 12, the end of lap number 12. We have caught up to Kevin Magnussen, but look at the gap to Oscar Piastri behind them, in front of him. That's 5 seconds almost. We're going to do the same thing we did to the other 2 cars behind, and we're going to go back to the racing line. As we've gone wide a little bit, the car, Kevin Magnussen comes around, comes side by side with us, but we have made the move stick. As we go into lap number 14, this is Charles Leclerc trying to make a move down the inside for the podium places. Can he make the move stick? No, he will not. He doesn't make this move stick. And this is George Russell trying. No, he doesn't. He doesn't try to make a move. He comes into pit lane, trying to come for an undercut. And this is crucial. I think we should also go for an undercut, because the gap from us to the next car, Oscar Piastri, is 5 seconds. We need to do an undercut, as this is going to be crucial. Where is George Russell going to come out? Is he going to come out? He's going to come out behind our teammate. Then he's going to come out in P. He's actually going to come out behind Lance Stroll too. So he's going to come out in P14. So that will be interesting to see where everybody else is going to funnel out. And this is everybody else is going to come into pit lane as well, other than Carlos Sainz and the other Red Bull and the other pairings that, we need them to stay out as well. This is Lewis Hamilton. Is he going to come out in front of his teammate as we also come into the pit lane at the same time? But is the Mercedes going to be in front of George Russell? I don't think so. No, George Russell has jumped his teammate, and that is crucial. That is crucial for his championship stance, because if he wins this race, he's gonna lead the championship. So that is crucial for him, as we're gonna come into the pit lane at the end of this lap as well. Then, so we come into the pit lane with everybody else. Look at that. Look at that. Everybody else in front of us also coming into the pit lane, but we. And that's actually Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris, I should say. So that's not our battle right now. Our battle is Oscar Piastri, is Oscar Piastri, Sergio Perez, and Fernando Alonso. As we get, oh my God, that was a huge tank slapper as we cross the white line. As we get a warning for crossing the white line. That was a huge moment, and this is near the end of lap number 16. This is Lewis Hamilton trying to make a move around the outside of his teammate. Can he get the inside line? He does get the inside line, and the medium tires are going to be better. And Lewis Hamilton makes the move on his teammate, and now up next is our teammate, Pierre Gasly, and he's gonna and Lewis Hamilton, and he is going to make a move on our teammate. He's going to go down the inside, and you can see what an easy move that was. And now George Russell needs to make a move, but he's not going to make a move for a whole another lap. He's gonna make a move the same place where Lewis Hamilton made the move. But look at that, the gap 2 seconds. That's 2 seconds. And this is Lando Norris also making a move on a teammate, a place where not really the AIs make a move. And what a great move that was! A place where AI doesn't make the move. And this is us then. Lap number 17, our out lap. We need to, well, this is not really our out lap, but we need to have a really great lap over here if we want to jump anybody. We make a great move on Alex Albon again as we get a purple sector 1. And now up next is the other recap of Sonoda. Then can we get? We're gonna get as close as we can. Make a move down the DRS. No, we're gonna go down the inside before the DRS straight. And now up next is the Alpine of Esteban Ocon. Can we make a move on him then? No, we can't. We're just way too far behind. But we might be making a move. If we get a good exit, we are gonna get a good exit. Look at that. We are practically pushing the Alpine through. Oh my god, you can see how slow the Alpine is. We're already side by side with him where the DRS starts, and we already passed him. And now, crucially now, look at that. Oh, Oscar Piastri, we don't jump Oscar Piastri, but he's coming around, he's coming out the pit lane now. And look at that, we can see Oscar Piastri. Before then, we couldn't even see Oscar Piastri. And that is great, 2.3 seconds. We have gained 2.5 seconds almost. Even more than that, we have gained 3 seconds as we're gonna come to the end of the lap then with another purple sector 1. Look at the gap, 1.5 seconds. Our teammate does come into the pit lane. Maybe we're gonna set a purple sector 1, a purple lap. We have set the purple lap of 1:13.0. We're the quickest man on circuit. And look at that, that's Fernando Alonso. We're side by side with Fernando Alonso. We might have jumped Fernando. We have jumped Fernando Alonso, and now, crucially, it's Sergio Perez on cold hard tires. We need to make a move on Sergio Perez right here, right now, as fast as we can. We're gonna think about the move, but no, we are just way too far behind. We need to make a move on Sergio Perez as quick as we can get, because Oscar Piastri is just gonna run away with this if we can't make a move. And oh my god, that was so close to a contact with Sergio Perez. Maybe if we can get a good exit out here, we can think about a move, but no, we are not gonna get a good exit. We are gonna stick really close to the Red Bull driver, I should say. But yeah, we're gonna stick very close to him, and maybe over here, or if we get a good exit out of this corner, we might actually make a move. Look at that, he doesn't have DRS. We're the only one with DRS. Without ERS, we might be, he goes defensive. We're gonna do the same thing we have done to 4 other cars. We're gonna go around the outside. We have gone wide a little bit. The Red Bull comes on, and we have made the move stick. And now up next is actually Max Verstappen making a move on Charles Leclerc. Go on, Max. This is going to be huge for the championship for us as well. And Max Verstappen up to P4 he goes. And wow, that is just great. That is just great. And this is Lando Norris actually on the current championship leader as things stand. He go. Oh my god, that is huge. He locks up. That is huge. And this is the next lap then. I believe that's the next lap. George Russell tries to come back at George Russell tries to come back at Lando Norris. He doesn't make it work. At the same time, this is behind us now. The Aston Martin making a move on the Red Bull. He does make a move, so I think this is his championship standing chances for Sergio Perez just going away, as it's going to be 4 races left, and he's nowhere near the championship fight at all. So yeah, if we can stick next to, if we can stick as close as we can get to Oscar Piastri, we might be able to make a move down into turn 1. So yeah, oh my god, that's a yellow flag. Who's that? I think that's George Russell. That is George Russell, who is retiring from the race. And can we make a move down before the yellow flags? He goes defensive, but no, we can't make a move. Oh my god, George Russell is retiring from the race as we go back to our POV. Can we get a good exit outside carousel? And can we make a move on the McLaren? Can we get up to P6? Hopefully we can. We get a good exit. Look at that. We're just dumping the ERS and we make a great move. That was a great move. And now up next is the Ferraris of Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc. We're going to take a look at a replay of this great move that we have made. Onto the grass we go. A great move. And as we see George Russell, what happened with George Russell then? Oh my god, that is a huge engine failure. Oh my god, his Mercedes engine has just blown up behind his car. And oh my god, that is huge for the championship. So Max Verstappen somehow is going to extend his lead. And look at the fuel. Look at our fuel. We're negative on the fuel, and we still have 12 laps to go. That is crazy. We are gonna have to lift and coast. That is goodbye for P4 and P5. So we have to say goodbye to that. We have to fuel save. Look at that. We're gonna go into the red again. It's a huge lift and coast. But yeah, as we are side by side with the McLaren. Thankfully we defend, but we have hit the wall. As we go on to lap number 26, and we're gonna go on to now. We look at that. We are weaving, but we have to make this. As Oscar Piastri goes around the right-hand side, we make contact yet again. This is the third time, or the fourth time, I believe, that we have made contact with a Mercedes engine car. And what has happened there? As we take another replay of that, we had to be aggressive right there. And Fernando Alonso, he goes side by side, and Oscar Piastri actually loses 2 places. Is he? Is he gonna lose a place to the Red Bull? I don't think he is. No, he hasn't. So he has lost 1 place, and this is lap number 26. Later in the lap number 26, this is the Red Bull trying to make a move on Oscar Piastri. He takes the inside line, and has he made the move stick? Yes, he has. He has made the move stick. And as we go back to our POV, then the gap behind Fernando Alonso 1 whole second. But we have no ERS. But we're not going to give this up. We're going to go down the inside. We have made contact yet again with a Mercedes engine car. But we are through into P6. As look at that. We go back to, oh my god, we have gone wide. Oh my god, already the Aston Martin already ahead of us. But with the ERS, we are side by side. And we're going to, hopefully we're going to defend well. As we have slight roll bagging. But we make the move stick again. We have defended very well. This is lap number 28. Then this is the Red Bull on the Aston Martin. Yes, is he gonna make the move stick? Yes, I think he has made the move stick. But Aston Martin, no, he hasn't. So Sergio Perez in front of Fernando Alonso then. So yeah, that was Fernando Alonso might actually be losing 2 places as Oscar Piastri goes down the inside. Can he make the move stick, or is he gonna get or Fernando gets a good exit and he is still up? So this is then the Ferraris battling it out. Carlos Sainz goes around the outside of Charles Leclerc, and he does make the move stick. And as we go back to our POV, then this is again 2 cars going in front of us. But look at that! We're gonna have to give that up, but we are gonna get a great exit out of turn 1. We are back through into P7. Then now we have to stay as close as we can get to the Aston Martin, I should say, but we have to stick as close as we can get. As you can see a replay of that, we basically just force the Red Bull out wide, and the Red Bull loses a place to Fernando Alonso, and now we have to keep up with Fernando Alonso. As we go on to the end of lap number 24, we have kept pace, and look at the fuel. We're plus 0.11, so we can make a move. We are gonna make a move. Look at that 0% ERS. We're gonna go around the outside of Fernando Alonso, and we make the move stick. The same thing we have done to many cars today. We make the move stick, and now 2 laps we have to defend. We have enough fuel to make the move stick, and we are gonna go on to the penultimate lap. Look at that, the fuel plus 0.06. We have to keep this P6. We have to keep the P6, and yeah, we are to turn 1. We do keep the P6, and for Lewis Hamilton, maybe he's gonna rejuvenate his championship chances with this race win. I believe this is his 2nd race win of the season since Imola. Lewis Hamilton is going to win the Dutch Grand Prix. Lando Norris comes to the 2nd step of the podium, and Verstappen makes up the podium, and somehow Verstappen still is going to lead. He's going to extend the championship as we gone wide. This is the last sector. We can't afford to make this mistake as we are side by side with Fernando Alonso. We are still side by side with him, and we are gonna make the move stick. We're still side by side with him. But look at the fuel. We're plus 0.001. We're red. We're red. We're -1. We have to. We're gonna run out of fuel. Look at that. Low fuel mode, and we still are going to get a P6.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
A difficult race then on a circuit that demands complete concentration, but they've persevered to take the win here today. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I feel consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out there on track today, even by his high standards.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. No change in the top spot then, but with today's points, their hold on that lead is getting weaker. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next.
So a great comeback then from P22. We are gonna finish P6. I believe that is the same result that we got in Australia, where we had the same kind of scenario. We started from the back and ended up P6. And we also get the fastest lap, so that's pretty good. We haven't gotten the fastest lap since race 1 then. So yeah, damage limitations done. And yeah, we're in no man's land in terms of the championships, the constructor standings. P5, I think, is looking more and more likely. But now we have to think about the driver's standings as well as Lewis Hamilton. Then what has he? That's just incredible. That you know he got a win. Maybe that's his shot at the championship. You know, reigniting his chances for the championship, but somehow Max Verstappen still extending his advantage from 5 points to 20 points now. So yeah, that is the end of the race, guys. If you did like the video, please like, share, subscribe, do everything you want to do, and don't forget to hit the noti bell after you do subscribe. But until then, I'll see you guys in next time. Bye.